Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV. Here tonight from the virtual Kokomo Speedway, it is time for the Super Late Model National Series. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Chris Nunn once again. And Chris, well, welcome back to Kokomo, one of your favourite racetracks to visit in real life, and now you get to see it here on the iRacing.com platform.
Absolutely, you cannot miss a race at Kokomo during the season. If you're close, if you're even close to the area, you got to get out to Kokomo. Or as they say on their social media, hashtag GYATK, hashtag get your ass to Kokomo.
All right, there we go. Blake Brown on the racetrack. Drivers have 2 minutes and 1 lap around this tight little bull ring for qualifying. We are waiting the times to come through, and I think I counted 21 or 22 drivers signed into the pit area for tonight as Blake Brown, 12.682. Tanner Tomasi with a 12.546.
Devin Morgan second. Now J.D. Brown going to the second spot, 12.586. Barry Sorensen to fifth. Dylan Hauser in second. And how about B.J. Duvall, 7th out of 7.
Yeah, quality time, BJ. Apparently he sucks here. And apparently he just sucks everywhere. Love to give him a bit of grief, but look, in the end, he's a good dude. Dustin Sizemore, 4th quick, 12.618. Blake Brown still turning some laps. Kendall Tucker for Swindell Speed Lab in the 00 machine. He's one of these drivers that are going to make it, or that has made it into that Pro Series. Blake Majulis, no surprise, 12.427. This ought to be a quick lap too for Kendall Tucker, I believe. It is... Oh no, 6 quick, 12.573. He must be disappointed with that one, because I'm disappointed with that one.
It gotta be. And just got word that Bobby Hans is paying $50 if Blake Majulis can win again in this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, this one's going to be a lot tougher. Joel Berkeley, 3rd quick, 12.532. Hayden Cardwell, 13th quick with a 12.676. And yeah, this one's going to be a whole lot harder when it comes to picking up that $50 paycheck. 21 drivers officially signing into the pits and 21 drivers officially taking a lap time. We'll bring up those qualifying results here in just a few seconds' time. As there we go, you got heat race number 1 cars making their way onto the racetrack. So qualifying results: Blake Majulis, MNC, Joel Berkeley, Tanner Tomasi, and Dylan Hauser. They round out your top 5, and you think 17 cars, all separated by a little over 0.4 of a second here in the Super Late Models. Should be some fun, exciting racing here in heat race number 1. Let's take a look, Chris, at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
And it's going to be Blake Majulis starting on the pole. Outside of him, we're going to see Tanner Tomasi.
Blake Cannon in car 44 going to start position number 3, and Dustin Sizemore going to start position number 4.
Row 3 on the inside, it's going to be Hayden Cardwell. Outside of him, Eric Scalf. And they're rounding out the field, the number 269 machine. That'll be James Grace.
Just waiting on our pole sitter of Blake Majulis to get onto the racetrack. And you say that Bobby Hans is offering up another $50 for the driver of the 127 machine. He only goes quick time tonight again. I'm pretty sure he went quick time in the Pro Late Model stuff, didn't he?
He did, and Blake's already $100 richer tonight via his win in the Pro Late Models. Now looking to add another $50 tonight if he can win. He might get his rent paid before this whole night's over with.
There's a very good chance. Of course, a big thanks to, of course, Bobby and Jennifer Hans from American Central Transport for their offering up on tonight's money, or offering up tonight's money in tonight's races. Of course, as Chris just mentioned earlier, Blake Majulis has already picked himself up a nice little $100 paycheck and looking to make it $150 on the night. I wonder what they're going to do in sprint cars if they do anything.
I don't know, because Blake doesn't race a sprint car, does he?
No. Well, he can, but I don't think anywhere near as fast as what he is in a late model, that's for sure.
Who would you put your money on in the sprint cars if you had to put one on there?
Hayden Cardwell. Actually,
good choice.
Dylan Hauser as well. Wouldn't be surprised to see Mason Hannigan or Tyler Ducharme.
I believe all cars are transferring to the feature tonight with 21. Is that correct, or are we going to run a beat?
should be having all cars transfer, considering that 21. Yeah, look, I dare say that we're about to take all 21 cars. If that's the case, well, BJ just made his first feature event of the season. But the green flag is out as Majulis leads Tomasi Cannon in third. And you go back to Sizemore and Cardwell in fourth and fifth. James Green's up on the top shelf in that 269 machine.
Blake Majulis on the bottom of the racetrack. Tomasi blinks out just a tad, comes back on and hooks a tire. Here comes Blake Cannon out of the outside, going around Sizemore. He'll settle down at the bottom of the racetrack. Got to turn forward.
Sizemore going to try and cut it down low on the entry into turn number one, but Cardwell was up on his inside. Good three-car battle for positions 3, 4, and 5 as here goes Sizemore and Cannon. Oh, look out. There was little contact there in turns 3 and 4. As here comes Cannon back to the inside as I'll make contact again.
Oh, tight, hard battling. Look out! What a slide job! Holy mackerel, Cardwell. That was one of the more deep slide jobs I think I've ever seen at Kokomo.
Yeah, that was a very wild couple of turns out for not only Hayden Cardwell, but also Blake Cannon as well. 5 down, 5 down. Tell you what, hats off right now to Tanner Tomasi in that number one machine. He's sticking right with Blake Majulis as it'll be 4 laps to run.
4 laps to go as they come across. Blake Cannon still trying to hold off Hayden Cardwell. Majulis and Tomasi up front. First and second to a good gap back to third place. Almost a full straightaway. Separates Tomasi in second and Cannon in the third spot as we have 3 to go.
It's all Blake Majulis out in front with just 2 circuits remaining here at Kokomo. Heat number 1 of 3 here tonight in the dirtfan.com Super Late Model National Series, of course, presented by World of Thunder Racing League. This time by Chris Majulis, 1 circuit away from into the main event.
Just got to keep it clean. He slides up the racetrack, up towards the wall, down the back straightaway. He'll diamond off down into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Blake Majulis is your winner. Tanner Tomasi comes home second. It's going to be Blake Cannon coming home in the third spot. Then Dustin Sizemore and Eric Scout rounding out the top 5.
Hayden Cardwell just edging out James Grace there for positions number 6 and 7. And heat race number 1. Let's bring up those results right now to make sure no post-race penalties. Nope, no changes. Majulis, Tomasi, Cannon, Sizemore, Scout, Cardwell, and Grace. Heat 1 is done. Heat number 2 up next. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
Pole center for heat race number 2. The always quick Evan C. and the number 33 machine. Outside of him, we're going to see the other just as quick number 2. That's Dylan Hauser.
JD Brown going to roll off out of position number 3, and Devin Morgan going to start position number 4.
Blake Brown inside of row number 3, and outside of him, looking to make his first feature of the year, it's going to be BJ Duvall.
And Mitch Stiles in car number 54 going to start position number 7 here in heat race number 2. How many laps do you reckon BJ's going to get?
He's already in the show, so I think he'll make all 10.
It's wishful thinking. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna back you. I'm gonna back him as well. I reckon he may just get it done. First time in a long time. Hey, this camera here from the scoreboard. I like this camera.
It's a good camera right there.
Yeah, we got some good ones here at Kokomo. Got some good action shots as well as we come into turns 3 and out of turn number 4. Evans C and Dylan Hauser. These drivers have certainly got some history with one another, but let's see how and what happens here in heat number 2 as Hauser into the back of Evans C, and Hauser goes around JD Brown as yellow is out.
Just as soon as you said the drivers have an issue with each other, Morgan gives C a shot in the shorts, and that's what happens.
I didn't say they had an issue with each other. I just said they got a history.
No, history. I thought you said issues. My bad.
No, history. I said, don't try to twist my words around.
Now they might have issues.
Looking forward to next season with the super late models. They are going to be running identical to the Pro Series, so hopefully we get to see a lot of those pro drivers come out and really tune themselves up for the Monday night stuff. And again,
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it will be. But I mean, even this series here, we've had between 20 to 30 cars all season long, but we've always had the best of the best. When it comes to the super late models.
And of course, as always, we are looking for sponsors. Anybody want to beef up those pro races or the super late model races throughout the season? Just feel free to contact us. We'll be more than happy to talk to you.
All right, here we go. Green flag back out here in heat race number 2 in the 3 wide. Blake Brown, Devin Morgan, and JD Brown. So Morgan was stuck in the middle of a brown sandwich there, and he was certainly the meat between the browns. Boy, oh boy. Devin Morgan on the outside of Blake Brown. Morgan in the 112 coming into tonight. I have to check the point settings. I told Steve I'd play him, I'd show him up on screen, but I forgot to download him. But I'll tell you what, Morgan, he's been super impressive all season long.
I had to gather my wits after that comment there. That was a good one. Evan C., Blake Brown, JD Brown, and Devin Morgan sitting back there in the 4th spot. How about BJ? I was going to say he's got a top 5 going, then he hooked the tire.
Yeah. Unlucky, BJ. Unlucky. Better luck next time, champ. Maybe spend some more time on playing American Truck Simmers. Here we go. Oh, JD Brown now getting shuffled back as Morgan and Blake Brown. They both get on by Blake Brown. Here comes JD Brown back on the inside on Morgan once again. Good battle going on for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right now, Chris.
Great battle as they head out of turn number 4. Brown, Morgan, and Brown. Currently, Devin Morgan leads the point standings by 60 over Tyler Ducharme. Evan C. sits 65 back in 3rd place. So that's how the top 3 roll off here, as they're 3 wide for 2nd.
Yeah, and Blake Brown actually runs 4th in the point standing. So you got 3 drivers in this one: Devin Morgan, Evan C., and Blake Brown, who are sitting top 3 in the points. They are all sitting what is now going to be top 4 in this heat race, and there is still plenty of racing to come later on tonight. But the white flag is out. It'll be checkered this time by, in fact, for Evan C. He will get the job done in car 33. Devin Morgan home in 2nd, which means he's going to start position number 6. Blake Brown home in 3rd. 4th is going to go to JD Brown, Dylan Hauser, Mitch Stiles, and William Duval. Did he get all the laps in?
I think he might have.
Yes, he did. 10 laps. What happens? See, instead of running his mouth, he didn't do too much practice laps, I guarantee it. Alright, heat number 2 is complete. Heat number 3 up next. Let's take a look at your ultimate 32E starting grid.
It's going to be Joel Berkeley on the pole. Outside of Joel, going to see Kendall Tucker.
Zach McSwain will start position 3, and Drew Hopkins will start position number 4.
Row number 3, we're going to see Barry Sorensen on the inside. Outside of him, Aaron Kitchen. And then rounding out the field, we're going to see Cole Cabry in the number 71.
Alright, heat number 3 here of the night. The final heat race of the DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series. Again, don't forget, after this, we've got the 410 still to come.
Suspicious by his absence, Tyler Ducharme not racing tonight.
Yes, I just noticed that, and he was he was 2nd in points, so unfortunately for Ducharme, that's going to certainly drop him out of the race. And you would think that going into next week, all Devin Morgan has to do is just have another solid result like he's had so far. Green flag is out. I'm trying to look at the right camera. Well, there it is.
Joel Berkeley takes the lead. Now Kendall Tucker shoots to the inside out of turn number 1 and 2. Now Berkeley going to shoot back to the inside as they roll down to turn number 3 and 4. Good battle for the lead here in lap number 1 as we got a battle for 3rd place between Hopkins and McSwain.
Yeah, Berkeley runs low through 1 and 2. Tucker riding to the top side of the racetrack. You see Zach McSwain coming into screen descent. Now the middle goes Kendall Tucker. This field is fairly close right now. We're looking at about probably a couple of seconds, or about 2.5 seconds from this entire 7-car field. And these drivers are just working all over this Kokomo racetrack, and nice to see that the track is holding up in good shape.
Definitely got a lot of moisture in it still so far. Not very many cars signing in. It equals less laps on the racetrack, so hopefully we're going to have a nice racetrack throughout the rest of the evening, as we don't have a B main to wear out the racetrack as well. McSwain to the inside of Berkeley, trying to go for the lead here. Look out, here comes Kendall Tucker back to the top side again.
Good battle for the number 1 and 2 spots right now. A couple of team cars for Slick Sim Sports. Joel Berkeley in the number 9 machine. Zach McSwain in the 25. McSwain good on the bottom side. Berkeley good through the middle of the racetrack. 6 down, 4 to run. If they're not too careful, they may just bring in that 00 back into the picture of Kendall Tucker. But right now, McSwain probably looks the better of the two at the moment.
He does. He's got a great run off the bottom of the racetrack. They were side by side. McSwain by a nose. Berkeley 3 laps remaining here in this third and final heat race, as they still stay side by side out of turn 4 for the lead. Now it's going to be McSwain with the lead by car length.
Yeah, McSwain has got it here with just a lap and a half to run. You see the 00 of Kendall Tucker coming into the screen once again, but the white flag is out for Zach McSwain in the number 25 machine, looking to pick up heat race number 3 victory. And I think Joel Berkeley is going to start off pole if he can finish second in this one as they come through turn number 3 and 4. Zach McSwain getting a heat race victory here at Kokomo. Joel Berkeley home in second, Kendall Tucker third, Drew Hopkins in fourth, Cole Cabry in fifth, Barry Sorensen in 6th, and Aaron Kitchen rounds out the 7-car field as we are set for a warm-up session right now. So we'll just show you those heat race number 3 results. McSwain, Berkeley, Tucker, Hopkins, Cabry, Sorensen, and Kitchen. We'll take a quick break and come back on the other side of this. We'll play the American National Anthem and pay some ad bills and be back in just a few moments' time.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
On behalf of the World Thunder iRacing League, Daniel Passmore, BJ Duvall, and myself, Stephen McMillan, we want to thank the people working the front lines to serve our hospitals, our grocery stores, gas stations, first responders, and military personnel. Remember, it will take every one of us to get through this pandemic. Continue practicing social distancing, and together we'll get through this. God bless each and every one of you. And we hope you will tune in every Sunday night for the DirtFan.com iRacing series, live on Ultimate Dirt TV.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series here tonight from the Kokomo Speedway. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Chris Nunn once again. Chris, it's time for our 75-lap feature event. It's time to go through our Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid, and starting from the back in position number 21, that'll be Aaron Kitchen.
All right, we're going to start 20th. They're going to be BJ Duvall. Starting 19th, we're going to see James Grace.
Outside of row number 9, that'll be Barry Sorensen. Out of position number 18. Out of position 17, that'll be Mitch Stiles.
Hayden Cardwell is going to start 16th. Outside of row number 8, starting inside. In the 15th position, we're going to see Cole Cabrey in 71.
Dylan Hauser will start position number 14, and Eric Scalf going to start out of position number 13.
Starting 12th, outside row 6, going to see Drew Hopkins in the 157. Inside, we're going to see, starting 11th, is going to be J.D. Brown.
Dustin Sizemore going to start position number 10. He's inside. That'll be Kendall Tucker out of position number 9.
Starting 8th, outside of row 4, going to see Blake Brown. Inside of him, another Blake is going to be Blake Cannon in 44.
Out of position number 6, that'll be Devin Morgan. And on his inside, Evan C. out of position number 5.
Starting outside of row 2, looking to make another $50 tonight, it's going to be Blake Majulis. And starting 3rd, we're going to see Zach McSwain.
And your front row for tonight's 75-lap main event. On the outside of the front row, that'll be Tanner Tomasi, and on pole in cart number 9, that'll be Joel Berkeley. So we've got
Anxious
75 laps, $50 up for the winner once again. And I believe that Bobby said that he was going to be letting someone have a chance at $100 if they beat Blake Majulis.
I think he said he's going to pick someone to beat Blake for $100 later. I don't know if that meant tonight or another night, but it may be coming up for grabs at some point.
What better way to do it right now? But as drivers make their way into their correct positions, the iRacing Pace Track is on the infield, and just like we've seen in the Pro Late Models, Chris, this racetrack has still got plenty of juice left in it, but no doubt once we get towards the latter half of this feature event, it is, as you called, it's going to be baked.
Oh yeah, definitely going to be black slick top to bottom come around. I'm going to say come around lap 40 as we start to form our 4-wide salute to the race fans here at the Kokomo Speedway. World of Thunder Super Late Model National Series. Ultimate Dirt TV, you're watching it right here as they hit the 4-wide coming out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway.
Yeah, no better sight in all of motorsports than the 4-wide salute, and I just want to thank everybody for tuning in here to Ultimate Dirt TV for yet again here on this Sunday night. You just see it, just how perfect, we'll call it perfect, but how nice, how great that sight is rolling around Kokomo as the cars, they will break away from the formation and they will get into their rows of 2x2 back to where they should be starting. And in 2 laps time, Chris, next time, not this time but the next time by, who's your pick to win this one?
127, a Majulis.
Okay. Zach McSwain has been given an opportunity at $100 if he wins. Now, actually, let's confirm this. Is it if he beats Blake Majulis in positions or if he wins? I want to say win, but I just want to confirm that. But we're getting set to let the drivers loose here for 75 laps at dirtfan.com. Super Late Model National Series is green, and Joel Berkeley once again will start on pole, and he will lead the field down into turn number 1 and 2. McSwain already to the inside of Majulis, but Majulis trying to quickly find a way around the number 25 machine, and it's wins.
Yeah, we are saying Majulis or McSwain has to win the race to get that extra $100, and he's going to dig to try to get it done. He's already up to the 3rd spot. Tanner Tomasi up front, Joel Berkeley. It is McSwain and McJulis, and Morgan now back to the 5th spot.
Here comes Majulis up on the top side. Berkeley goes through the middle. McSwain on the inside of Berkeley. Tomasi leads. They'll nearly go 3 widers. Now Blake Majulis going to cut it down to the low side. There is your points leader coming into tonight's feature event. The 112 of Devin Morgan sitting back there in 5th position. Berkeley runs up top in turns 1 and 2. He'll look to go to the middle of the racetrack in 3 and 4. Majulis coming up as Berkeley gets around him. Good battle on for 2nd and 3rd.
Great battle back there as Tanner caution is out. Yellow is out on the racetrack.
Let's see if we can see here. James Grace looks like it was in the 269 machine. You take a look here at your wicked cushion instant replay. Just gets into the back of Eric Scalf. What happens here with 269? Oh, just gets Sorensen. Just give him a little bit of a nudge in the rear bumper. And that was enough to spin him around, and yellow flag is out for the first time tonight in tonight's 75-lap main event.
So hopefully that doesn't breed more cautions, as we saw in the Pro Late model. It was just caution after caution after caution there for about a 10, 12-lap stint there.
Yeah, 75 laps in the Pro Late models was about 60 laps too many. No, it's about 40 laps too many for my liking. Not a fan of these long races. Really not.
Like I said, you like those 30, 40 lap sprints. I mean, I don't blame you. I like them too.
50's okay in super late models. 40 in the pro late models, and the 410s. Well, yeah, they can go anywhere between 30 and 40, just depending on what track they at. But we are back underway. McSwain using the top side to his advantage. Now here comes Morgan. Look at him, 3 wide down, nearly 4 wide on the exit here on the front straightaway. Oh boy, look out! We're still 4 wide down through turn number 1 and 2.
Wow, look at that move from Devin Morgan across the top side. He's got to pass all 3 of them. But Julius right underneath him. Then it's Berkeley. Here comes Kendall Tucker now to the inside. Now Majulis trying to catch back up to the 12 machine of Morgan. Now Morgan goes around. Wow, Emerello again.
Man, that was a crazy 3 laps it was. They were 2 wide, they went to 3 wide, then they went to 4 wide, back to 3 wide. Man, these drivers are not afraid to get the elbows up here at Kokomo.
I believe the caution was out for the 157 machine of Drew Hopkins, who just recently got his pro license. He'll be doing the Pro Series, so good for the young man, Drew Hopkins.
Here we go. This will tell us how. Look at this. They see all these black licenses? That's pro licenses that have been given out. Once this ticker decides to stop playing silly buggers, we'll be able to go through and count how many drivers have that pro license. So Zach, Devin, Kendall, Blake, Joel, Blake, Hauser, Blake, C, Cardwell, Brown, Cabri, and Hopkins. I think I just counted 13. 13
yes,
pro
sir.
drivers in this field. Holy cow.
So after the A comes the W, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Back underway as Tanner Tomasi leads him out of turn number 1 and 2. He'll stick to the low side. Here comes Zach McSwain to the top side around Devin Morgan. Down the back straightaway. Majulis now to the inside. He'll slap in front of Morgan. Almost make contact with McSwain. He'll fall back there to that 3rd spot.
Morgan now down low. Tucker down low as well. McSwain upstairs, as is Majulis. As Majulis now trying to go to the middle of the racetrack, trying to come down there on Kendall Tucker as a couple of team cars battling side by side for positions number 4 and 5. I'll throw the double slide job there on Devin Morgan as yellow is out, and said that after A comes the W, which is obviously the World Championship that has to be given out by iRacing, and something that BJ Duval is yet to taste is a W.
See, it may seem like we don't like BJ, but you know what? You're right. We don't like BJ, right?
You know what? Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in for a chat. Something that, as I said, he's never going to get a W for a while. BJ, how you rolling around out there, buddy?
Oh, just cruising right now.
You got a bit of right front fender damage, mate. What's going on?
A little bit. Well, we got a quick repair. We've got one quick repair, but got caught up in that last caution. Decided I'd save my quick repair for later because I expect to need it.
All right.
So, will you have anything for Tanner before the end of the race?
Most likely not.
Mate, you've got to be confident. But look, I know you're going back to green, so we'll move you back up there, and good luck.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, so that was William Duval, the driver of the, I think 22 or 32. I'm sure he runs 32, but Anyhow,
Yep.
we go back to green. Tomasi leads the field down into turn number 1 and 2. McSwain defending off for challenge here from Majulis with a dive bomb into 1 and 2. Majulis again low down through the middle now on the exit of turn number 4. A good battle going on for the top 5 spots, but Tanner Tomasi so far so good.
Yeah, McSwain had a run on him coming down the back straightaway. He's going to try to pull up even with Tomasi at a turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. You have got a new leader. It's Zach McSwain here at Kokomo. But Tomasi, though, fighting back to the inside down the back straightaway. But Brett, look who's lurking back there in third.
Yeah, Blake Majula says it's going to be McSwain continuing to lead there at the start-finish line. Tomasi continues to work it low. If a yellow comes out, that's probably going to hurt the driver of the number 1 machine, so he needs to get back and he needs to lead the lap. So if the next caution does fly, he will be given the spot back, even if he is behind the 25ers. There goes McSwain around the outside, well clear right now of Tanner Tomasi. He'll be clear by about nearly a car and a half length. As watching Majulis and Morgan now work on the top side through 1 and 2 as here comes Tucker up on the inside. So a nice 3-car battle right now.
And we've got a great battle here up front. McSwain, not only is he fighting for the win, he's fighting for $100 as the bounty on Blake Majulis. Majulis is fighting for $50, but McSwain, he's fighting for a $100 bill as we roll out of turn number 3 and 4. Tomasi back to the inside, still trying to get that lead back away, but not able to do it.
These top 5 cars, you can here throw a blanket over them. Berkeley and Hauser in 6th, 7th, Cardwell 8th, C in 9th. There's Tucker moves up the racetrack, gives him a bit of a right side, right rear there to Devin Morgan. Morgan repays the favour with the right front and the front bumper. Oh man, tempers are starting to heat up here at Kokomo.
Demolition Derby starting to take place here on the front straightaway. Kendall Tucker and Devin Morgan as they made heavy contact. And now here comes Majulis to the outside of Tanner Tomasi. That is for that second spot. He'll take the spot, and now he's got clear sailing between he and Zach McSwain.
Yeah, looking at what is about half a second. About half a second right now between Zach McSwain and Blake Majulis. We've just completed our 22nd lap of this 75 lap main event, so that leaves to me about 53, make that 52 to go this time by. Swain still your race leader from Majulis and Tanner Tomasi in third again, continuing and not staying or not getting off that bottom side of the racetrack. It may just come back to hurt him late in this one, but the yellow flag going to fly, and there is BJ Duval. No doubt that's... no, it's not a BJ, sorry. It's Aaron Kitchen in the 17 machine.
I was hitting the wrong button on my push-to-talk while ago.
thought-
I said all
yeah.
sentence and nobody heard it.
I thought you might have pulled a Steve McMillan and pressed the wrong button. He does that from time to time. We're all human. We all make those mistakes. So, Duval and Kitchen going back into pit road as they're both going to come back out. So they do use their quick repairs. They use them at about 1/3 of the race distance completed. And there's still plenty of action to come.
Now, BJ's got a perfectly good car to make his shot towards the front now.
Good joke. You must have turned comedian overnight. You weren't this funny over the week. You weren't this funny last week. It's good fun. Good fun. Okay.
I'm also my volumes to try to make my mic not sound as loud as it has been, so I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. I'm new to it.
It's fine. You do what you gotta do. I've just done a rookie error, and I just used to turn the volume up on my headset, and I realised it came up on the screen. Oh, what an absolute scrub. Delaware double file, restart. Pace track is in. Zach McSwain, Blake Majulis, Tanner Tomasi, they are your top 3 right now. Here comes a slide job from Majulis, McSwain, Tomasi around and facing the wrong way. Quickly a yellow comes.
What a bad break for Tomasi going from the outhouse there. Because now we have got a... it's going to get interesting up front now between McSwain and Majulis. Majulis got that $50 bill hanging over his head, and McSwain's got $100 holding over him. So, man, what a wild series of events.
You did you happen to go to the bathroom during that last commercial?
No, why?
You sounded really low.
Oh, I was adjusting my volume. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it is way low.
I think we'll turn her back up then.
Yeah. I mean, I can turn you up on my end. I just give you a.
All right. Is that a little better?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. I've got you up max on Discord, 200. I've got chat, so. And we'll make use of what we got. It's fine. Green flag is back out. 50 to run here at Kokomo is now McSwain. Well, he put the slider line on himself there to protect Majulis from doing it into turns 1 and 2. But here comes Majulis with his own slider into turns 3 and 4.
Wow, what a battle here we got brewing between McSwain and Majulis. It's been out of turn number 1 and 2. Slide job. Now here comes Majulis back to the inside. McSwain falls back to second. We're in the middle of the racetrack. Now Majulis to the bottom side. He'll take the lead.
Now Majulis is now your new race leader and looking to get a second win in a row here at Kokomo. Who won the? Do you know who won the B series for the Super Late Models?
Sorry, you cut out there for a second. All I heard was B series and Super Late Model.
Who won that B series?
I forgot. I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah, that'd be interesting because if Majulis won it, he's looking to pick up a hat-trick of wins here in the late model side of things as he leads right now from Zach McSwain. Kendall Tucker holding off Dylan Hauser. Now as Hauser, he's thrown his name into the mix. Here comes Hayden Cardwell now down to the low side. They'll go 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Morgan and Hauser, they come together. They are having some right side and loving some romance down through turn number 3 and 4.
And with Shane James picking up the B Series win earlier today during our first race of the evening.
All right, as here comes Hauser on Morgan as Cardwell around the outside. And Morgan and Hauser caught up together there out of turn number 4. And they'll get caught up there in 1 and 2 again. And oh boy, it is happening.
Wow, we got a massive melee going on down the back straightaway. Caution is out here again at Kokomo. Tomasi, J.D. Brown, looks like Dylan Hauser involved. A whole host of hot shoes involved in this one.
Oh boy. Well, you don't like to see it, but we've seen it. There was just no give and take. There was no give whatsoever from either driver. Unfortunately for Hauser, he cops the raw end of that one. And Delaware double file, which means Majulis is going to have open track in front of him once again. And McSwain, he'll have another opportunity to get back by the 127.
Saw a comment, gentleman doesn't want to see the 127 win because he's too cocky. But, you know, in Blake's defense, when you win as much as he does, I guess you can be a little cocky, can't you, Brett?
My oath you can. As Yellow just come back out just as they've taken the green flag. And look who's sneaking up there down on the bottom side. The black and green number 7 machine.
Trying to creep his way in there is Hayden Cardwell. And he's got a good run going. And he's going to try to make it happen again here as we are going back to green flag racing here at Kokomo in the Super Late Model National Series. We got a guy that looks like a car that didn't do a full wave around right there in front of your leader.
Yeah, that's Dylan Hauser in the number 2 machine. So, well, he's going to be having some pressure from the race leader here in probably the next sort of 10 to 15 laps. But Hauser, he is just as quick as Blake Majulis. So watch now, Kendall Tucker on screen right now, holding off Hayden Cardwell. And we are 35 down with 40 to run.
Still down out of turn number 1 and 2. Looks like everybody set themselves up to the top side of the racetrack. Has slicked off on top, being a little top side dominant. Not as big as a wet groove in the middle in turns 3 and 4 as there was during the last race. Kendall Tucker about hooked the U-tire there coming out of 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's Kendall Tucker just trying to use every inch of this racetrack, whether it be on the top, whether it be in the middle, or whether it be downstairs. You just look at that left front, just pick up out of turn number 2, and look at Cardwell now. He's gone to the top into turns 3 and 4 again, and trying to get a run and trying to launch himself into attack mode and try and pick up a podium here at Kokomo. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on screen. McSwain, Cardwell, and Tucker all fighting out, and slowly coming back into the picture is the 33 of Evan C.
Evan C. trying to make his way back up towards the front. He's in the 5th spot. Kendall Tucker catfishing on the bottom of the racetrack. Hayden Cardwell trying to get around Zach McSwain for that 2nd spot, as Blake Majulis, he's out front. And man, Tucker about hooked that tire again, Brett. He's sort of a disaster down there, 1 and 2.
Yeah, he really is. He's really trying to get on the low side, try and find what is little left of the moisture. Down on the bottom side, as there goes McSwain now. 3 wide as Cardwell around the outside. Tucker coming back up on the inside again. They'll go 3 wide through turns 3 and 4, but Cardwell, he moves into 2nd. And if anyone is going to have a chance at running down your race leader, it happens to be the black and green number 7. As I say that, he made a big error in 1 and 2, but thankfully for him, the yellow flag has just come out.
Caution indeed is out on the racetrack, and it is it's Colin Cabry there in the 71 machine. Or Cole Cabry, excuse me.
I believe there is a Colin Cabry out there.
There is a Colin, there's a Chase, and there's a Cole.
Man, CC's. It's a pack of chips, those families.
Telling you what, here at Kokomo Speedway, it is the World of Thunder. It's the Super Late Model National Series. My name's Chris Nunn, alongside Brett Wheeler, bringing you here all the action tonight. And tell you what, Brett, if you're just joining us, you're missing a good one. Blake Majulis has got a $50 bill hanging over his head if he wins. Zach McSwain's fighting for $100 if he can win this race. So there's a lot at stake here in this main event.
Yeah, there certainly is. And big thanks to, of course, Ryan Martin, sending up 1,000 stars. So, Ryan, appreciate the support, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Lights are out on the pace truck this time by out of turn number 4. And, well, I did say that, you picked Blake to win, and I picked Cardwell to win. So, right now we sit 1 and 2. And if Hayden can just drive and not worry about those mistakes that can creep into his game in these feature events, he has certainly got a chance, not only tonight, but also as a potential World Championship winner as well.
Look at this line that Majulis has taken here. Well, I thought we were starting there for a second.
Yeah, we were. They brought the pace truck back out.
It's the world's fastest pace truck, I think.
Yeah, world's fastest at Kokomo, but the world's slowest at USA and the Williams Grove Speedway.
You are correct.
Yeah. So the pace truck is about to make a left-hand turn onto pit road as, there it goes. And now this field, last place driver Joel Berkeley, who's just coming past the start-finish line now, and these drivers are already in the middle of 3 and 4, so it just goes to show that these single-file restarts, they are crucial, especially considering the drivers at the back already. They're at a disadvantage. But green flag is out. Cardwell, good on the top side. Majulis, good through the middle. Hello, Thomas. What can McSwain do as he's just falling back a little bit? And here goes Hayden Cardwell down low, challenging for the race lead.
Cardwell, you mentioned it. He's got something going here in that 7 machine. Slide job here on Majulis. Majulis ducks back underneath. He knew it was coming. And here he comes again into turn 1, Brett. This could get good. Yeah, 2 of the very best here on the iRacing.com service. It's Cardwell staying low through 3 and 4. Majulis on the top side. And, well, talk about trying to go the shortest route possible here at Kokomo. And that's exactly what Cardwell is doing. But I think it's starting just to hurt him a little bit because here comes a slide job. Oh, no, not quite going to make that slide job at Hayden Cardwell. He'll have to regather himself back up and prepare another attack here over these final 27 laps this time by. Out of turn number 3 and 4 they come. Cardwell going to try to gather it back up and set his sights back on Majulis at the top side. Oh, he hit the wall. Coming out of turn 1, slows his momentum down just a bit. You saw McSwain pop his nose underneath And wow, he got a good run coming off 3.
Yeah, it is certainly going to be on between Majulis and Carbell if they keep this up. And, well, Majulis just getting the better there of turns 1 and 2 over Hayden Cardwell. Go back to Evan C, who's made his way to position 4. Kendall Tucker rounds out the top 5. So McSwain stays low through 1 and 2. You see that 33 coming into picture as well. Here he comes, Evan C on the outside. Meanwhile, Tucker throwing a slider on Blake Brown.
Good move from Tucker, trying to get around Brown. That's the battle for the 5th spot, as they're trading that thing back and forth, as McSwain C now trading 3rd spot, back and forth as the laps are clicking down. Not too much to go. If something's going to happen, it's going to happen here soon, or else Majulis is going to run away with it.
Yeah, we are looking at about 22 laps to go this time by Evan C in car number 33. Again, trying to make his way into another podium position. After this one, is McSwain going to move up the racetrack just a little bit? He'll fall to the clutches of Evan C. Meanwhile, Cardwell unable to do anything just yet with your race leader of Blake Majulis. And doesn't that 127 machine, doesn't he just look so smooth on the wheels? We come to 20 to go.
He absolutely does, as we roll into turn number 3 and 4, past the barn and past the scoreboard down the front straightaway. Good camera angle here. That's coming out of turn number 1 and 2. There we go. Now we're past the turn 5 bar down the front stretch.
Majulis continues to lead from Cardwell. Cardwell starting, again, those mistakes are starting to creep into his game here at the Kokomo Speedway. C closing in on Cardwell. McSwain now trying to fend off a challenge from Blake Brown. And, man, we talk about World Championship drivers. Just take a look at how they are running right now. The top 8 are World Champ. The first non-World Championship driver is William Duval. Could you believe that?
I couldn't believe it, but it's happening. That's a good run for William. They're in the top 10 right now, and he's holding his own. Majulis, Cardwell, C, McSwain, Brown, and Tucker, top 6. There we go. There's William running in the middle of the racetrack.
All right, well, he is sitting inside, well, now 9th position. He's got pressure from Aaron Kitchen. Tell you what, it is all Blake Majulis'. Surely we're not too far away. There it is. We're about half a straight away from lap traffic, and Barry Sorensen is going to be the first car to potentially go a lap down under green flag. If we go back to the Pro Late Model race, Chris, he lapped up to 6th position in 75 laps.
Yeah, you can definitely tell he was the car to beat in the fixed chassis or the fixed setups. Here they got open setups. It's a little bit tougher here. You're not going to lap all the way up to 6. As man Cardwell doing that Bobby Pierce line, just running the hell out of that right side of the car.
Yeah, one thing these drivers have had to perfect the art of wall tapping. Now, I'm not going to say wall riding because it's not actually wall riding. It's wall tapping. You get the right rear quarter panel, you tap it on the concrete wall, it straightens you up, and you get to go again. You get to keep your speed up as JD Brown cops a slider from Blake Majulis. As Brown back to the inside, and here he comes. Hayden Cardwell right up on the rear bumper. 10 to go this time by Chris.
About 10 laps to go. Lap traffic played a little tail there as Cardwell was able to get right up there on the fuel cell. And Blake Majulis will put a nose under him down the max straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Cardwell runs off the top side, off the bottom of the racetrack. He'll drag race down the line. It is still Majulis by a nose.
Wow, what a slide job there from Cardwell on the lap car, the 54 of Mitch Stiles. Majulis to the middle, he'll look to slide up. Cardwell trying to turn it back underneath him, not going to be able to do so. Yellow is out just as we were deep into heavy lap traffic.
Oh, that sucks. Yellow comes out always at the wrong time. This was about to become a classic here at Kokomo as they were slicing and dicing through lap traffic.
Well, now you've got to wonder, is that an opportunity gone begging for Hayden Cardwell? Is that chance that he just had just then, is that going to be his only one? Time will tell with about 7 or 8 to run in this main event.
I'm willing to bet the farm we're about to see some haymakers be thrown and some Hail Marys here by Cardwell.
Wouldn't be surprised as lights are out on the pace truck. And what is going to be lap 73 on the ticker complete. And remember, the first 5 laps did not count, so then we can go back to technically, we'll make that 72, so 67. So we've got 8 to run here at Kokomo, and that is less than a heat race distance away. Majula's got a good start. Now what can Cardwell do? How long does it take for Cardwell to wind the 7 up? And, well, not too long, because he's really closing in into turn number 3 and 4. 7 to go.
Majula's pulled away a little bit down the front straightaway. Cardwell trying to catch up in the turn. Smacks the wall just a tad coming out of turn number 2. He'll lose a little bit of ground going into turn number 3, however. But, man, look at the ground he gains coming into 3, though.
Yeah, just looking at the chat there, Bobby Holt says if Hayden Cardwell wins, it's $25. So, again, there is still some money up for grabs. Can Cardwell, can he take away a little bit of the bounty there from Blake Majulis? There's now 5 to run. Here he goes, Cardwell, slide job down into turn number 1 and 2. You see the 127 just rocket back by the 7.
He knew it was coming, too, and now here it comes again, coming out of turn number 4. Slight contact. He hooked him into the wall. They touch again, going into turn number 1, but it didn't do anything. Right back into their grooves. Brett coming out of 1 and 2.
3 laps to run this time by for your race leader, Blake Majulis. Hayden Cardwell right on the rear bumper down into turn number 1. He'll go to the low side again. Here comes Majulis back to the inside. This time by, it's 2 laps left to run. Slide job on the crossover once more. Oh, yellow!
No! Man, these yellows are coming out at the wrong time. Wow, what a race we had going here. And well, if we can cut highlights of this one, man, this would be a good highlight reel to put on the internet.
What a race between Majulis and Cardwell. Man, they are really turning it on, and just when you thought open or free air, no lap traffic was going to be all one-way traffic, that is by far not the case. Cardwell just throwing those deep sliders at both ends of the racetrack, and Blake Majulis just as good as the crossovers.
Is there an Aussie phrase that we don't use here in the United States for bonkers?
Yeah, probably. You kind of put me on the spot, but I mean, I could probably use a couple of cuss words to do that one, but we might leave that till the off-air stuff.
after racing after midnight, right? Here we go, back underway.
Yeah, no racing after midnight tonight. They had their championship last season, but here we go. A green-white checker. Here he comes, Cardwell with a slide job into turn number 1 and 2. Majulis with a crossover, and he will lead by 2 car lengths down into turn number 3 and 4. Majulis slides up as the white flag is out. This is going to be the final time here at the Kokomo Speedway. Cardwell stayed low through 1 and 2. Is the big slide job coming? No, he's going to... Oh, yes, it is. Here it comes. Oh, he tried to park it in front of the 127. Oh, Blake Majulis, too good in the end. My, oh, my. What a race we had just seen, Chris.
Absolute whale of a finish. It looked like Cardwell. You thought he was going to throw the dive bomb into 1, but he kept it low, and I think it fooled Majulis, because I think he thought he had a massive slide job coming at him, but it never happened.
That it didn't. As we take a look here at those feature race results, Blake Majulis makes it a 2nd win in as many races. He gets the win ahead of Hayden Cardwell, who just edged out Evan C by, get this, 6/1000th of a second. Evan C in 3rd, McSwain 4th, Blake Brown 5th, Tucker, Morgan, Cannon, Tomasi, Kitchen, Grace, Scalf, Styles, Duvall 14th, Sorensen, JD Brown, Kyle Cabray, Hauser in 18th, Sizemore, Berkeley, and Drew Hopkins. Wow, what a way to finish up here tonight in the Super Late Models.
I don't think you can get any better of a last 10 laps than we just had right there.
That was an absolute barn burner of a race as we're just awaiting 1st, 2nd and 3rd to get into the Discord. We have our 2nd place in here already, but we're not going to chat to him just yet because we need to go from either 3rd or 1st. And looks like, oh, there we go, just at the right time. Chris, you caught up with our winner here tonight.
Wow. Blake, I don't know if we have any words that can describe those last 10 laps or so, but holy cow, man. That was a. Take us through it from your vantage point.
It was really good about quarter to halfway, and then just didn't set up very good for the slick there in the end. I had decent drive, but the car was just kind of all over the place. Had way too much gear, and Hayden just could drive it in so much harder than me into the turns, and especially on the cushion there. But when there was moisture around, definitely pretty good. But I wish I could go back and make a couple changes to the car before that, but. I just was kind of worried because I didn't know how slick the track was going to get, and it ended up getting killed. So I kind of hurt myself there. Hayden was definitely better, but coming out with the win in a race like that's always good.
Now he fooled me. I know that on that last lap he was throwing bombs at you going into one slide jobs. On that last lap he didn't. He stuck it to the bottom. Did that throw you for a loop?
Oh yeah, he's smart. I mean, I saw there was some bottom left. I knew he'd do something, but I just had the run coming off of 4 there. So, I mean, I wasn't too worried, but I mean, if he threw a perfect slider into 3 and I couldn't cross it under, then, I was pretty nervous for that. But he was definitely better, so I give it to him. He did a good job coming from the back. He's always good here, so.
And there's another $50 in your pocket, courtesy of Bobby Hans. So, $150 tonight, man.
I know, Bobby's the man. He's paying the bills now.
I know we did this earlier, but there may be some new faces watching. Who you got to give thanks to?
Yeah, just first of all, you guys as always, Stephen for putting the race on, another great race. Everyone that watched, Bobby, of course, for putting the money up tonight. I can't thank him enough. Swindell Speed Lab, Sim Seats Design 75, Jeremy Ray for the clean looking wrap as always. You guys for broadcasting, my girlfriend, and ML Performance. And that'll do it.
All right, that's tonight's winner. It's Blake Majulis going 2 for 2 on the night here at Kokomo.
And we'll chat to our second place finisher here tonight, and also gets the Hard Charger Award as well. Goes to the Slick Sim Sports number 7 of Hayden Carwell. Hayden, man, what a race from start to finish. You had to work your way from 16th up to the race, or challenging for the race lead. And maybe another 5 laps, we may have had a different story.
It's hard to say. Coming back there, I kind of had to use my carb a little bit. Track was very scary out there. People going everywhere. Kokomo. It's one of my favorite racetracks, though. And then once we got up to second there, didn't think we were going to have anything for Blake. And then when we had that long run, about 20 laps, he caught lap traffic. My car seemed to get better, but I wasn't fast. It was just I don't know. The car had just good drive and we could catch the moisture and stuff, but we was just a little too free tonight, and we got to make some more changes coming ahead. It's something good to work on, and congratulations to Blake on the win. He's been tough, but me and him had a good race tonight.
Yeah, talk about that race where when you guys were in heavy lap traffic. You seemed to put your car anywhere on the racetrack, and just seemed that you had a whole lot of speed in that number 7 machine. Did you think that had you not had that yellow at the time that we did, that you may have had something for him to where you could have been able to pass him?
Yeah, for sure. There, when we were getting through lap traffic, I actually threw a slider on him and a lap car in 1 and 2 there one time. I was kind of getting pretty crazy with it, but if we were saying lap traffic, he could have got wrecked, I could have got wrecked, he could have still came up out top, I could have came on top. It's really hard to say, but it was a couple other times I would get beside him, go for another slider, and caution would come out. Thereafter, we got those couple cautions after lap traffic. Just felt like I'd get a run on him and the caution come out. But it is what it is. It's part of racing, and we'll take a second and build a notebook up here come pro season.
No, buddy. Well, congratulations on the second place run here tonight. We'll let you get out of here. Before we let you go, of course, sponsor shouts, all that good stuff, mate. Who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Just gotta thank all the guys at Slick Sims for all the help each week and all the time. Jason Webb Racing and Vanderbilt Race Cars, and all they do, it means a lot. And you guys with the broadcast and everybody with Stupid League.
All right, Hayden Carwell home in second position. Chris is standing by with our third place driver.
All right, Evan C. up here in the booth with us, third place. A very quiet third place finish for you. Know, you were pretty consistent throughout the race, coming in there third. You had a good bird's eye view of that battle for the lead up there. Were you thinking? Was part of you thinking, if these guys take each other out?
Oh yeah, it's kind of hoping they would. Maybe I could still win, but and I was a good run for us, but it was just a little bit too tight in the beginning and too free at the end. So it was just trying some different things on the setup, but I was still able to put on a pretty good finish. And overall it was a good run. But typical Kokomo, just blasting the top and drilling big sliding jobs on each other.
Now, me and Brett were talking during the broadcast, about longer races as opposed to shorter races. Are you a 75 to 100 lap kind of guy, or are you a 30, 40 lap kind of sprint kind of guy?
Oh yeah, I definitely like the longer races. You kind of have to, make sure you have a setup that can run decent enough in the beginning, but also, be there at the end because these tracks slick off. They're completely different from when they're tacky, and you got to make sure you have just enough bite at the end and just enough at the beginning. So yeah, definitely, I like the longer races. You never know what can happen in longer races. They're always pretty fun.
All right, who you got to give shout outs to tonight?
Oh yeah, just gotta thank all the guys at Team VLR, FDP, IRS and Knife Flag, Kevin Dedman and his band Dirty Wrestle, Hawkeye Junk Removal, Jim Emery at Next Level Designs, Captain Ben Morgan, and then thank y'all for putting on this broadcast and Stephen putting on a series. It's fun.
All right, that's Evan C. Tonight's third place finisher here at Kokomo. Man, Brett, I don't think you get any better a race than that right there.
No, the sprint car drivers have got a lot to live up to after the couple of races that we've just had in the late model. So, looking forward to that. Sprint cars up from what is 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. So we'll have. In fact, was it 9? I don't even know what time it is. What time is it?
It's 9:57 Eastern here. So we'll go. Looks like 10:45 Eastern. So about another 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I knew what I wanted to say. I think I'm still going off old times from last season. But anyhow, that'll do it for us out for the Super Late Model National Series. The 410s to come up later on in about, as I said, about 45 minutes time. Of course, big thanks to World of Thunder, iRacing League, and of course, DirtFan.com, and of course, Bobby Honts and American Central Transport for offering up that money for a couple of those drivers tonight in that Super Late Model race. And the 410s are going to be up soon. A big thanks to Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder iRacing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Baits. On behalf of Chris Nunn, this is Brett Wheeler and the gang here at Ultimate Dirt TV signing off saying we'll see you soon.